So the main purpose of repotting is because the plant has outgrown its current pot, whether that's a nursery pot, decorative pot, or whatever. But the purpose of repotting is because the plant has outgrown its pot. And rule of thumb is for it to be 2 inches larger than its older pot. I don't have a ruler on me, but I think this is good enough. So let's begin. Most important thing for me to always start with is going to be my base. Basically, you're setting the foundation so the plant can have something to rest on and so the roots can grow into. Then just go ahead and pat down just a wee bit, not too much. You don't want it to be super tough in there. Then the next thing you do is go ahead and grab your plant, easily separate it. And because nothing's wrong with the soil, I'm gonna go ahead and reuse as much as I can. And now you just gently massage the roots out. And when you have a stringy plant or a viney plant, go ahead and hold the vines and then just massage the roots out. And that way the vines will still stay with you while the roots are being massaged out. So now this is what we're looking like. So now we can go ahead and transfer the plant into the base that we created. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is just cover up that plant, the roots, as much as you can, so that way the roots are getting as much nutrition as it possibly can from the soil. So now that all the roots have been covered, the plant looks pretty good. Now, most important thing is you're gonna go ahead and give it a good, thorough watering. I guess I forgot a step. So while you go ahead and put the soil in, you wanna go ahead and pat down so that way the plant is secure and safe and it's not moving, but you don't wanna pat down too hard because you don't wanna damage the roots. So now while we're watering, I'm not tripping on how the leaves look because they're curling inward. I knew I had to water this guy, so that's why I'm repotting him, because I needed to water him as well. And I was also putting off repotting him for the longest time, but now what we're gonna go ahead and do is just water until it's dripping. But we're gonna do this as much as we can so that way the soil gets as much water as it possibly can get. It might take a little minute to drip, but don't trip, have patience. So now that it's finally starting to drip, we're just gonna go ahead and patiently wait for it to drip a little bit more, while also putting in more water. And like I said, there's no amount of water or there's no time limit on how many times you're supposed to do this, but the idea is just to make sure the water is dripping from the bottom of the pot and you're all good to go. You have officially repotted a plant. Good job.